What's up, guys? Welcome back to Up the Holler. Today's video, I got something kind of rare for you to see. I think it may have made a couple appearances in the background on some of my D4 dozer videos, but it's definitely different. I'll show you what I'm talking about here. This contraption right here, which is actually what my son ended up getting when we went and picked the dozer up. This was sitting in the field as well beside the dozer. And speaking of the devil, there he is. But anyway, we're gonna mess around with this thing a little bit. We have kind of looked it over a little bit, you know, had the head off of it once. Haven't really done a whole lot to it. But this is a real machine. When I first seen it down there, you know, I thought this was some kind of contraption somebody had cobbled together. But this is a called a farmette, and it is, of course, a single wheel walk behind tractor. I'm not exactly sure of the year, but I'm thinking that it is somewhere around late 1940s. Of course, this thing was built probably to, you know, run against that Gravely right there. There, you know, of course, there would be no comparison. But anyway, this thing did not exactly run like a plow or anything.
It can run a plow though.
It here on the back, you can see it does have a hook up here, and that was made to. It was designed to pull like a rake, like a bottom plow, I think, or something like that, a small one. And then you could put like a sickle bar attachment up on the front, but pull the handlebars down,
No,
Jake.
it was a real mower.
Well, they had a sickle bar attachment too. Come on. Now hold it there. Don't let it flip over. Okay. You can see here on the front where it's got some holes where you can mount to. And it's had some stuff added to it. Because I think the guy we got it from, you know, was his grandpa, Jake? The one that,
yeah.
Yeah, he just fixed this thing up to kind of haul kids around on, and you can set it back down there.
We actually have a trailer
That's
for it.
yeah, they had a trailer made up for it that you could stand on. That's why these handlebars look funny. They're actually on upside down. So they took them and flipped them around, put them back on there. But you could see, like, when you get behind it, if you was standing on a trailer, that it would be more comfortable to have these handlebars up like this to run it. But it didn't come from the factory like that. They turned them around that way. So, yeah, it's definitely a different machine. Okay, yeah, that's actually an old Clinton engine. It's like a 1.5 horsepower Clinton engine. And so, yeah, we're going to pull the head off, see if we can get any kind of compression on it. Well, it doesn't have any compression right now, so we're going to pull the head back off and check the valves, see if we can clean them up any better. And just try to get some compression on it before we start putting money into it, trying to get it running again.
We need a coil for it.
Okay, here it is with the head off of it. And we're going to clean this up here in just a minute, clean this up a little bit better. So I'm going to let Jake tell you what we just done here on these valves.
So what we just done, we took a little strip of emery cloth and put it under each of these valve seats after we raised them up, and spun the valves to
clean the
bottom of the valves.
Yeah, like I said a while ago, you know, the thing is, we stuck his head back on here. We didn't torque it down. Just found out the head gasket actually is broken.
Right there.
Okay, but last weekend when we was filming this thing, it had zero compression. But, so we wanted to clean the valves to make sure they're seating pretty good. But I mean, looking down this cylinder, you know, it's got some discoloration in there, but nothing nothing major. Like, you can't even feel that stuff. And the cylinder is very smooth. I don't feel any kind of roughness. There's a couple little light scratches on this side. I don't know if that'll show up in there. Down there kind of in the middle towards the bottom. But yeah, we're gonna clean this deck up a little bit with a wire wheel. And we'll stick a head back on it. See if we can't get any compression on it. Now that is a soft bristle brush. We're just trying to clean the surface rust off of it so everything will sit nice and flat and oil tight. Cleaned up pretty good. We just messed around with this thing. It didn't have no fire on it. You know, yesterday we got some compression on it. So I ended up just taking the thing off of the machine itself, so I could just get up on the bench, easier to work on than sitting on the floor. And you can see this old coil here. It'll focus in on it. You can see it has a little bit of there's a little crack right there, a crack coming up this way and across. So I figured this thing was junk. You know, it's hard to find a coil for this thing, being that this is from the 40s. But all I done was just clean the points up again on it. And now, see if I can show this, if it'll show up. We got fire now. So that's pretty promising. I thought this was going to turn into having to dissect this thing, get this all apart, try to find the coil. Figured the condenser was bad. But we're just about ready to stick it back on and try it out. Okay, try again, Jake.
Okay.
Okay, guys. We pulled our guts out on this thing probably 50 or 60 times, never had no luck. So I ended up just going and getting my drill and putting the socket on it where I could crank this engine over. A lot easier to try to start it like that anyway. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut straight to that part. Drop that down. off my drill. That'll work. Think about that.
High five.
Yeah. That's all right. Oh, Lordy.
Man, I'm so happy.
It's worthy of a rebuild now, ain't it?
Yep, sure is.
Well, there it is, guys. This one lives again. Like I said, this come out of that field down there where we picked the dozer up. I don't know how many years this thing sat in the field. But a little bit of little TLC, and got her fired back up running again. And I mean, it's just a testament. And like I said before on some of this other stuff we brought back to life, they just don't make stuff like they used to. Like I said, I think this thing is like a 1948, 49, somewhere in there. And all it done was just clean the carburetor, clean points. That's really about it. I did replace this head, but the only reason I done that was because when we was down in the field, we went to take the spark plug out and broke the spark plug off in the head and could not get it out. You know, we brought the head home and tried to drill it out and easy out, could not get it out. So I did pick that head up off of eBay. But I believe she's worthy of a rebuild now. So this will be something we're going to tear this thing down and do it upright, make it like a brand new one, and put this machine back together. And it'd be something cool for Jake to take to the tractor shows and put around on the tractor show. A little one-wheel tractor. Yeah, I think that's going to wrap this up, guys. Appreciate you guys watching. You know, if you like these videos, give us a thumbs up. You know, it helps the channel out. And yeah, I got some more coming up on the dozer for those of you that have been waiting for me to get back on the dozer. I've just not had time to fool with it, and we've had a couple of these other little things we've wanted to get out here and work on, so it's coming. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys.